So, today I'm talking a bit about the Iran war and, what I think caused it and why they did it. So, yeah, a little thing first, there's so much propaganda around at the moment in the media, internet or wherever that I think it's time for me to talk a bit about what I think are the true reasons for it and why now. First of all, I have heard them talk about this and, call the recent event, the attack, by some very different names, but I will refer to it as the attack of the United States and Israel on Iran. An unprovoked, illegal act of violence, which, due to international law, it definitely is. Yeah. And now, let me explain a bit about me. Well, I'm just a German guy, so my country has good relations to both Iran and Israel and the US. Well, the US not so much since Trump is on the wheel, but this will straighten out. But I think, due to my personal preferences, I be quite neutral to this topic. I have friends in all three countries, so I hope all of them survive. Yeah, let me talk about why. And we really have to call this Israel's war with Iran, because the US are just a puppet and Trump is just doing what Israel wants him to do. Trump doesn't gain anything from it. To the contrary, Trump will lose his, he used to be the president of peace. He even thought he will get the Peace Nobel Prize one day. I mean, this is off the charts now, But have stranger things happened, Yeah. Okay. The reason for it is definitely Iran's nuclear bomb. And, they are about to finish it. It won't take them longer than a year. And so Israel is panicking because, Iran doesn't develop its nuclear bomb to attack Israel or any other country. Definitely not the US. Even if Iran has a nuclear bomb that works, having the bomb and developing a rocket that can fly all the way from Iran to the US and actually hit something without being intercepted, that's impossible. Not even North Korea is able to do this. The only country that's really able to strike the US is Russia and China. But China is vague if they even can do it. So for Iran, not in the next 25 years. So the difference is Israel is right next door, building a rocket capable to shoot over to Israel. That's very much possible. But they don't build the nuclear bomb because they want to strike Israel. They build it to be safe from Israel. Israel being a nuclear armed country, they just want to tell them, hey, if you attack us, we attack you back. And if we look into history, Iran has never attacked Israel. All the wars over there have been started by Israel. Even if you are, if you don't like it, history don't lie. And go to Wikipedia and dive into it and you will see, the famous wars over there have all been started with a preemptive strike from Israel. Well, just as we see it today. And this is the big reason why they do it. Israel wants Iran gone. And obviously, there are a few reasons why Trump is into it. First of all, Trump has failed with all his promises. He has failed to bring peace to Ukraine. He has failed to buy Greenland. He has horribly failed to invade and steal Canada, which which he probably still tries one day. And so, what's next? Well, he's always been the one who told everybody, hey, you have should kept the Iraq oil fields when you were there, instead of going back again. And this time he has the chance to actually, he thinks at least, to steal the oil. It was never about the Iranian people, you know. The whole protests, the economic protests in Iran that were going on with all those casualties, well, America helped start them. And we have seen even the son of the Shah of Persia crawling out under his rock where he was hiding for the last 30 years to tell his people to fight. But then suddenly Trump decided not to do it for whatever reason. He pulled back first, and you know, all the people of Iran that would have eventually fought for the US to liberate their own country without that the US has to do much, they're all dead and disillusioned now. The chance for them to get the Shah's son back into power, or even wanting him back in power, is very, very low. Yeah. Which could have been part of the plan, you know, you never know. Maybe the US wanted to have him out of the plan, but I don't think so. Yeah. He pulled back. He said, no, we don't attack. But then, after a short visit of his old buddy Benjamin Netanyahu, who is a wanted war criminal, by the way, you know, for the massacre in Gaza, he visited him, and shortly after, the US is back in the play and ready to attack, which they have done. Yeah. Let's jump a bit back to the main cause, Israel. And, well, there are a few theories, and this is now all speculation, but we know from a fact that both Donald Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu had a close friend that allegedly committed suicide. You know, I'm talking about Jeffrey Epstein. So, perhaps Israel's knowing a bit much about Trump's child abuse activities and simply blackmailed him into do it, or they did what every good businessman does. They bought him. Whatever. I think there must be a reason for the President of Peace to do a 160, that's complete around, to turn completely around and become the worst warmonger in American history. I mean, one of the worst. Bush is still number one. Yeah. This is the plot behind it. Israel wants Iran to be gone. Obviously. For them, it's a good opportunity to get some more land and especially take out a strong military opponent. Because, hands down, if it came to a war between Iran and Israel and both had the bomb, so both could not use their bombs, so a man-to-man war, you know, an analog war or whatever you want to call it, a non-nuclear war, Iran would win. Israel is very well equipped with everything, but Iran has people and have AK-47s. And they have so many of them that they would win. And also, the US loves to portray his enemies as third world countries, you know, with tall heads that just hump their camels or goats or whatever and run around with the AK shooting in the sky. But Iran has a very advanced military force. They do have drones, they do have missiles, they do have high-tech equipment. They are not some goat-humping tollheads. They are a Western-style military with the advantage of AK-47s. Yeah. And so we come to the conclusion of this video. Trump attacked the Iran not to protect the US. The US has never been in danger from the Iran. And if we look at history, it was always Israel, with the help of the US, that attacked the Iran. Since, you know, the Iranian Revolution, which, you know, they did it for a reason, you know. The decadence and corruption of the Shah's family, hell, the guy had golden cars. And so, well, they decided, the people of Iran decided to do a revolution and kick him out of the country. And obviously, from a Western standpoint, you know, they turned it into a mullah regime. But it was their democratic decision, you know. Nobody forced them to rebel against the Shah, and I accept this. I may not be okay with it personally. I know people from Iran who really hate it, and I know people from Iran that think it's okay. So why not let it be the decision of Iran how Iran should be politically structured, and that, yeah, not intercept there. And like I've said before, the recent protests and all of this, they have been started with the help of the US. The US has done a really big propaganda campaign. If you go back on the internet and look at comments from this time, there are hundreds and hundreds of fake account comments on all social media platforms that just say "Free Iran, please America, help Iran, please free Iran, America," and all of this crap. It's all accounts with only a profile picture and nothing else. Young accounts, not accounts that are like active for 10 years and posting stuff here, there. No, it's a shortly opened accounts only for this purpose. It's all bot accounts. If you send them a message or something and say, "Hey, can you prove you're not a bot?" you get no response. And I tried. I did a video about this when the whole thing started a few weeks ago. Back then it luckily ended in the US pulling back. This time, unfortunately, the US and Israel have attacked. And, you know, the only country to have any significant the only country profiting from it is Israel. Israel is definitely the only one. In the US, I hope you filled your gas tank, because with the Saudi oil fields and the trade routes interrupted, you will hit the highest oil price in American history. That's a fact. So maybe it's time to buy an electric car or a diesel. Better get a diesel. You can run it with old fry fat, you know, like one of them old Volvos. They're great cars. Yeah. This is it about this video. Israel attacked the US. Sorry. Let me take a sip here. The Iran has not attacked the US. The Iran has not threatened the US. And sure, if you